From calling out Will Smith to exposing Angelina Jolie, these are 10 moments where Jimmy Carr left celebrities in ruins. It all kicked off with a Comedy Central special, where Jimmy unleashed a roast on Pete Davidson that he would never forget.
I'm appalled that people would come here and make jokes about the sacrifice Pete's heroic father made on 9/11. This is not the roast of Pete Davidson's father. That was in 2001.
But it didn't take long for Jimmy to lock onto his next target, Ann Coulter. And from that moment on, it was clear he had no intention of holding back.
Ann Coulter is one of the most repugnant, hateful, hatchet-faced bitches alive. But it's not too late to change, Ann. You could kill yourself.
That someone else turned out to be the main star of the show himself. And that brings us to the iconic Rob Lowe. But Rob had no idea Jimmy was about to dig into his dark past.
Rob Lowe is like a Ken doll. He's plastic and often the first thing to enter a teenage girl's.
And Jimmy only amped up his destruction.
Underage girls always felt safe making tapes with Rob because they knew no one would ever watch a movie starring Rob Lowe. Rob has been involved in 4 lawsuits with former nannies. Rob says he didn't those nannies, and I believe him because he's either telling the truth or he's the best actor in the world.
But before Jimmy was done for the night, he gave Rob a final thank you.
It's been an honor being here tonight. My friends back at home aren't going to believe me when I tell them I got to roast Charlie Sheen's brother's friend. And I have to thank Rob Lowe, what a top man, allowing us to say such horrible things right to where his face used to be.
And Jimmy's streak of tearing down celebrities didn't stop with those 3, because soon after, a misogynistic influencer's name was thrown into the fire by an audience member.
What do I think about Andrew Tate? Well, I think he's a John Mulaney. You know John Mulaney, amazing American comic? He made an observation about 5 years ago. I mean, he's a brilliant comic mind. But he made an observation. He said, Donald Trump is a poor person's idea of what a rich person is, right? That's exactly it, right? Andrew Tate, to me, is a 14-year-old's idea of what a man looks like.
But he wasn't done dropping bombs.
He's cosplay Grand Theft Auto.
Andrew Tate wasn't the only narcissist Jimmy took down on stage, because in another show, the audience threw another bold name his way. Another striking celebrity they wanted his thoughts on.
What's your thoughts on Will Smith, Jimmy?
What, sorry?
What's your thoughts on Will Smith?
My thoughts on Will Smith, I think he may be the greatest actor that has ever lived, because for 30 years, he convinced the world he is a nice guy.
But it wouldn't be a Jimmy Carr set if it didn't have a witty ending.
Yes, so Chris Rock, who's maybe the greatest comedian living, Chris Rock. I think Chris Rock's incredible, and he went to the Oscars, and, you know, he got starstruck.
Just as Jimmy tore into Will Smith for humiliating Chris Rock, he didn't hold back when Bert Kreischer tried to take a shot at him either.
Would you want to do your impression of Jimmy for him?
Hello, Mummy. I would like to take my spot of tea at the meadow today.
Right. Right, so you've not watched a lot of Downton Abbey, but quite a lot of Guy Ritchie films.
Yeah, I told him.
After that, Jimmy started making a fool out of Bert.
My only take back, and if you watch the special, it's super enjoyable, is I read everyone's jokes as they were doing them because I was reading the prompter. So the
You're saying this because you think we don't know that?
Oh.
No, we saw it.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah. Oh, no. I was going to inquire as to your reading age when I got here. I think you're really coming along.
And Jimmy wasn't done playing with his food so soon.
You're taking 9 months off in July.
Yeah.
He doesn't understand how calendars work.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
It's just
A month is the longest you can take off in July.
But when Bert began putting his own foolishness on display, Jimmy didn't hesitate to step in and call him out.
Tom is really good at picking out morons. Like, he's like, that guy, he's an idiot.
He knows he's saying this, yeah?
Yeah. Why? What am I saying? But like, were you, because you were like, you came from a different world.
Still don't think he knows he's saying it.
And Jimmy only rubbed in the insult more.
Would you?
So you're saying Tom's good at picking out morons?
He's really good at picking out morons. Oh, no, I'm not saying that.
And there, you saw the penny drop in perhaps the slowest of all motions. The fact that you didn't get a joke about being a moron.
You have to make me another drink. So wait, did you
So we
suffer?
take 2 drinks away.
But as the podcast wrapped up, Jimmy made it clear how he truly felt about Bert.
No one can do what you can do. It's so the opposite of like, no one in Hollywood was going, this, I tell you what we need. An out-of-shape shirtless guy. But somehow the world wanted it. And the energy you have on stage, that the performance, like you fucking room, and you carry people along, is that storyteller thing.
But while Jimmy's jabs at Bert were all in good fun, the blow he landed on Christi Chiello during their Comedy Central roast battle was anything but playful.
I was going to talk about Christie's career, but it's like trying to punch fog. There's nothing there. Nothing.
Roast battle started with Christie's awkward jokes.
Okay, Jimmy is so desperate to be accepted by America that he rebelled against paying his taxes.
But if that last joke wasn't cringe-worthy enough, Christie took another shot and failed even more spectacularly.
Now, if there is one American Jimmy reminds me of, it's Donald Trump, because they both are convicted criminals and their fans should know better.
And when it was finally Jimmy's turn, he brought the battle to a close with one brutal roast.
I was going to talk about Christie's career, but it's like trying to punch fog. There's nothing there. Nothing. There are ISIS sleeper cells with higher profiles. I looked it up on the internet and Google said, me either.
But while Christie managed to slip in a single roast, Jimmy took aim at P. Diddy not once, but twice across his shows.
What was P. Diddy's parties really like?
What was P. Diddy's parties like? Be honest with you, love, I feel bad for P. Diddy because there's never been a worse name to have in court. Did he? Yeah, he did. He's fine.
Jimmy wasn't done wrecking P. Diddy just yet.
Tell us a P. Diddy joke.
A P. Diddy joke? Well, sir, I don't think it's a laugh. Those P. Diddy parties made me sick. Seriously, the catering was awful.
Just as Jimmy took down P. Diddy over his sexual accusations, he turned up the heat on Elon Musk for his Nazi allegations.
Did you watch the inauguration? Yeah. So people are saying that Elon Musk did a Nazi salute. And then all the debate online is Elon Musk a Nazi? Is Elon Musk autistic? Can't he be both? There's a lot of crossover. Autistics and Nazis. They both love trains.
But Jimmy soon explained what he really thought of Elon.
For the record, Elon Musk is not a fucking Nazi. It's just, the internet goes to, he's a Nazi almost immediately. He's a fucking genius. And Neil Brennan, my friend, pointed this out brilliantly in his last special, Crazy Good. If you're a genius, there's a little Salt Bay of fucking crazy that comes with it. And he's maybe a little bit crazy, but he's not a fucking Nazi. He's all right. I've met him. He was a very nice fella.
And in yet another show, Jimmy went after Elon. Not for what he did, but for where he came from.
Elon Musk at the inauguration last week, people are saying he did a Nazi salute. For the record, can I just say, Elon Musk is not a Nazi. He's a South African, and there is a slight difference. I'm not dissing Elon Musk. I'm not dissing South Africans. I love Elon Musk. I love South Africans. South Africans are great people. They are. What people aren't aware of it, though. They're not aware of it because everyone knows, French is the international language of love. But did you know Afrikaans is the international language of serious sexual assault?
And Jimmy only doubled down on his joke.
What's that lovely South African phrase? It's romantic. Let's not turn this rape into a murder.
While Jimmy was busy tearing into Elon's roots, he showed no restraint when David Hasselhoff took a jab at his own country.
Well, you were great on the show. Yeah, thanks. I had a hard time understanding everyone, but I got to tour the country and...
you ended up going out with a lovely Welsh girl as well.
My girlfriend is from Glenheath, and the weather's tough over there. The weather's tough everywhere. You have 2 winters over here. I mean, you have 2 it's like you have winter and July.
Yeah, that's why the buttons on our shirt go all the way up to the top.
And when David took another swing at the UK, Jimmy didn't waste a second before putting him in his place.
I haven't watched Britain's Got Talent this year until last night. I realized that the show is exactly the same as it was last year. They just go to like the hospital, and it's like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and they give you the people medication, and they send them to Britain's Got Talent.
And that's how you got the job.
Unfortunately for Stephen, a different episode held yet another cringe-worthy moment when he turned his lucid dream about Angelina Jolie into a comedy bit.
I had a dream about her a couple of weeks ago. I'm not saying it was sexy. I had to get the sheets off with a toffee hammer. That's a weird joke, isn't it? Because at once your mind has to go, and, toffee hammer.
But it wasn't long before Jimmy pulled back the curtain on Angelina's hypocritical side.
I realise I haven't got much of a chance with Angelina Jolie. She's with Brad Pitt. I've got a face like a potato. My only chance with her is if I black up and check myself into a Mozambique orphanage.
Proving that no matter how famous a celebrity might be, none are safe from Jimmy's wrath.